Now, for the update on Christians and churches dealing with the disruptions, raids, and religious persecution by ICE. First, we have one from CBN on August 6, 2025. How should Christians respond to illegal immigration? To summarize, a Baptist pastor from California urges believers to balance compassion with respect for the law. Yet he admits that the national policy is dividing U.S. Baptist churches, with many emphasizing mercy and sanctuary, and some urging obedience to immigration enforcement. He is concerned about deporting Christians to countries that persecuted them. Second, we have one from April 2025 in the Baptist Press. 8% of U.S. Christians live in homes susceptible to deportation. This is a sobering report. It finds over 10 million Christians in the U.S. live in mixed status households. Churches are sounding the alarm, with many pastors calling for prayer, advocacy, and caution as ICE crackdowns threaten congregants and worshipers alike. Next, we have an even earlier one from March 2025 in Baptist News Global. You can't love Jesus and hate immigrants. This article rebukes anti-immigrant sentiment within churches, asserting that loving Jesus demands love for the stranger. It challenges Christians supporting Trump-era immigration policies that harm vulnerable migrants and split families apart. It highlights the gospel example of Jesus Christ's life as resistance to the dehumanizing way immigrants are being treated. Next, we have one from Vatican News dated April 2025. 10 million Christian migrants in the U.S. risk deportation. In this report, Catholic and Protestant leaders warn that 1 in 12 U.S. Christians faces deportation risk. The report urges parishes to uphold spiritual solidarity and resist ICE's intrusion into church life under Trump's aggressive enforcement agenda. It observes that crossing the line into churches breaks a sacred separation of church and state since the beginning of the nation. Next, the Texas Observer has one called ICE in the Pews from March 2025. This piece critiques how ICE under Trump has expanded its authority into church spaces. Faith leaders argue that raiding churches erodes constitutional protections, especially for undocumented Christian immigrants seeking refuge from persecution. Next is from the Christian Century in March 2025. Shaken by ICE raids, pastors rethink ministries. This report illustrates clergy recounting how ICE raids have traumatized their flocks. Some compare the actions to domestic terror, prompting shifts toward discreet or hidden worship services similar to hiding faith in other fascist and totalitarian regimes. It argues for providing legal assistance and emotional care within affected Christian communities. Last, we have the Baptist Standard from yesterday, August 6, 2025, shaken by ICE raids, pastors rethink ministries. In Texas and beyond, pastors are revisiting their ministry strategies to support undocumented immigrant churchgoers. Baptist pastors report great fear and broken trust among the faithful, with a renewed call to preach hospitality to strangers amidst us, and especially given Trump's intensified ICE operations.